This is Tony Casey with the Techology Show. With me is Dr. Karl Eastlack. He is the CEO of World Hope International. Karl, tell us a little bit about what's going on, maybe some of the things that excite you right now at World Hope International.
Well, I think, first of all, I get excited about connecting people in North America with what's happening around the world. We're actually, in our country, we're not very aware outside of watching CNN. And any experience, any opportunity that somebody has to take a quick trip to another country, it is such an eye-opening moment, and you're never the same when you come back. You feel like that they've given much more to you than you even helped them with. So I just get excited in World Hope that we get to send people over on short-term teams to the countries we're in. We're in 18 different countries around the world, but the poverty level, the recession that hit America, we feel it.
Sure.
The poorest of the poor are devastated by it. They've had what little they had, they have now nothing. And so organizations like World Hope are reaching out to the poorest of the poor to help care for them, to make sure that they can weather some of the storms that they have to walk through. And sometimes it's because of something, devastating by a company that closed up, and what little job they had, they don't have any. Sometimes because of HIV/AIDS, sometimes because of human trafficking, they've been stolen and put into a brothel, and we reach out in so many ways.
I know that with the recent tragedy a year ago in Haiti, and there have been some videos that have come out of World Hope. I know you guys have a presence there as well.
We do. We have a little more than 100 staff that are involved down there. We're in 10 sites that have been assigned by the United Nations for us to do the primary work there, with whether it's medicine or getting water or getting the tents set up in these tent cities. Now the cholera outbreak, of course, has just devastated. I mean, how much can one country take?
Yeah, one of the thoughts I had is I think that there's already with some Americans the idea, well, that was a year ago and that's behind them. Far from it, right?
Yeah, in fact, so I was down there just the week after the earthquake, and then about a month later I went back, and there was quite a bit of change, quite a bit of the people, they got themselves stable, at least in a tent, things like that. So that was 11 months ago. I've been down several times, and across the country I'm seeing very little change now in the collective nature of the country. Now where World Hope is, we're making a difference, creating stability for people, and now our second step is going to begin to create new buildings that have been crumbled. We're going to do building projects, but also we're starting some creating some income, tilapia farms, and we're going to be hiring people to, even the buildings that we build, we'd rather pay Haitians to build them rather than send American teams down. We prefer to take the money and give them to Haitians to give them a job.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good. This morning, you and I had a chance to talk a little bit. We share passion, and that passion is to see the Wesleyan Church really tap into its history of holiness and social reform going hand in hand, and not a bifurcation of the two.
Yeah, I agree with you. I sat through that this morning, and my brain was just cranking about it, because to me, if holiness is anything, it's an expression of, if God were here physically, what would he be doing? And you can't get too far in the scriptures. Isaiah 58, any of the Gospels, you can't get too far in scriptures without realizing that Jesus himself would be out among the poor, the ones who are disadvantaged or treated unjustly, and he would be caring for them and helping them get up on their feet. And so to me, holiness is not personal piety. That's just where it begins. And the personal choices that I make are to find their expression in the way that I love the world. So the scriptures say in the Gospel of Luke to love God with all your heart and to love your neighbor as yourself. And I think if you lose the one, I think that invalidates the first. And so somehow to connect the two, and so organizations like World Hope, that's what we're all about, is to try to help connect those two together.
Yeah, and when you look at World Hope, you see that. And what I like to say is you have this heritage with Wesley, where he takes both of these things. You have the founders of the Wesleyan Church who take his blueprint, and I think with World Hope, and really begins with, I think, the vision of Joanne Lyon and doing that same thing in a contemporary setting.
Yeah, and for me, to take the historic message of the Wesleyans, of the Wesleys, right, and the modern expression of it, say our message that we have is perfect for this moment in time. I mean, there's a whole generation. I have 20-something kids. I have two 20-something kids. And both of them are deeply passionate about what's happening around the world in a way that I never was when I was a younger person. And so the Wesleyan Church is ripe with our message. We should just not shy away from it. This is our time to put it out there.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you giving us the time. Lord bless.